Hey, hey, mm, mm, uh, uh. Welcome to Soul Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Renew, and Soul Spark Tarot. We pulled a card of Temperance just for you. In this Temperance card, we're looking at tempering the things that we can see ourselves do because we've done it in the past, and we can see ourselves doing in the unknown future. One is looking at my actions that I've done before, and the other is looking at my feelings and how I want to feel. Over and over, feeling myself over and over. That's the temperance in my gloves, got a clover, a four-leaf clover. I'm just as lucky as I do these things as I follow my impromptus, my intuitions. Feeling good as I do what I feel I should dish out and dish in. I got my temperance, and I'm just a doing what I can, being me as I understand this me. So let's get a little bit deeper into that me. Wow, I did some shuffling, and the me card at the bottom is based upon the lovers. But prior to that, in our introductory to this card, it was a Two of Cups. So what that means is the masculine side of you is tempering itself, and guess what? That temperance has been mastered through the Two of Cups. The masculine side knows how to give to the adult, and it knows how to give to the child side of it. And then on the inside, because it's the lover's card, your feminine side of you has also mastered the Two of Cups, which is what we call temperance. Your feminine side knows how to enact feminine childlike energy and feminine adult-like energy. Mature. So guess what? It doesn't matter now which side of you comes out. You understand the youthful side of you, and you understand the mature side of you. So you might do something that is childlike in a very mature way, and guess what? It just shows up as the lover's cards. That means you balance. That means you balance. You balance between the you and you in any kind of room. You got this dude. That is the actions that you make with yourself. It don't matter which one that you be taking on yourself to the room. The girl inside or the man who got kaboom. Nope, it's gonna be the you doing what you can because you got the team inside you. Temperance, man. So, clearly we got temperance. That's what those songs is all about. These are always random freestyles. That's the soul sparked aspect of the tarot. We are Soul Sparked, and if you don't know about Soul Sparked, then you can check out Soul Sparked Radio, which is a radio podcast. Again, it's radio. It's music, talk, commercials. It's a radio podcast show, and it's just a show that's all about freestyle, but the freestyle aspect is determined by the music that is played. So you get your spiritual impromptus, you get to tap into the unknown by not knowing a part of the things that you know. I don't know what music is going to pop up. You don't know what obstacles are going to come up in your life, but I know that. Woo! Because I can prepare for that, I'll say any words on top. I'm going to say any words on top of whatever music that comes. I'm going to temper any obstacle that presents itself to me in my life. What does that look like? That looks like this Eight of Swords. And what does that look like? That looks like somebody who is bound and surrounded. But look, I love to always make this point known. Oh, we got some beautiful cards at the bottom too, especially because these cards might be bad to you if you live in a happy life. But if you live in a life that's not so happy and you climbing up, if you growing through your changes and your adversities, these are beautiful cards. These are beautiful cards. And I'll tell you why. But listen up. We got this card right here. The Eight of Swords is telling you something quite clear. You just surrounded by some nagging thoughts. You don't know what you gonna do. Bound by the you. But nope, you got yourself hostage to your own self, but you got a little trick up on your own sleeve. Take a look up on these feats. Temperance in the desert scene. I got one foot in, I got one foot out. I got myself in my past in the unknown now. God damn it, I just don't know, but I know I can do it. Any obstacle come up, I keep it moving. Or I take advantage on this flow, cause I got the high ground. You can't show me mo. Or ooh, I just got the bullets on the flow. Kaboom you like 66 to 2 or 4. 2 or 4 or 24, you got smacked. That's this card of this 5. In fact, I'm making all the changes. You submitting to me. I am the king and I got some backup. I got my king in me. The previous me who won this battle scene. Experiences, that is this card. You whoop they ass. Now they gotta disregard themselves. This card is you standing your ground against anybody. You got potential. But this here is you did it. You got knowledge over people. I like to see this as complete blowouts. This is Colorado versus Oklahoma State college football yesterday on Friday. And Colorado won 52 points to 0 points. That is this kind of card right here. This is people saying Colorado's going to win by 12. You got the advantage. You got the high ground. But when it get down to it, smacked. And why? Because you know how to give the emotions in many different ways. And they don't understand that. Why? Because they don't understand how to temper the thoughts when there's no movement to make. Again, earthly temperance, it comes in the form of previous things in the past. I can see things cultivated. Look, think of this as the King of Pentacles. I'm growing things in the past. I can see my efforts blossom and manifest. If I write in my journal for a month, I should have a month's worth of journal entries. It doesn't matter the quantity. What matters is the entries themselves across time. So if I only do 6 in 30 days, guess what? That is my monthly frequency with writing the journal. That is what I'll see as one part of this temperance. My efforts will automatically be exuded in my works. My efforts, my works. My efforts, my works. So guess what? That's the temperance that you have on your masculine side. I'm going to take action. I'm going to receive based upon I take. So it really hurts men just at a foundational level, if I put energy and effort into stuff and I don't get anything back from it, and then if I lose more than what I put in, because again, if I'm going to invest in something, I'm already going to account for my return on my investment. In other words, if I want to go too positive, I can go back to negative and be in the exact same position. Doesn't hurt me. That's my return. That's at least at what I want to get. So if I give this girl 2 dates, I want to at least get 2 really good experiences with her, before I invest further kind of thing. But the feminine side to that temperance, the feminine side to that would be the emotions. And so the emotions or the hidden side, it comes in the form of what you can see on the surface versus all the chaotic flows beneath. But there is so much calm, peace, and organization within the chaos, you got to look at it twice. And this is why in water, or if you study marine life, you got habitats. Oh, but you got habitats on the outside world too. But in the outside, on the terrestrial world, we don't tend to really focus on outside habitats. We're focusing on ourselves. We're focusing on our environment, our community, our family, our friend groups. It's us. We're focusing on our isolated habitats. And then those things create ecosystems. But in the water, we are all within a single ecosystem called marine life. Because of that, we got to organize the chaotic differences across multiple groups. This is like fish. We can call fish fish, but that includes things like catfish, snapper, tuna, sharks, eels, octopus, clownfish, Oscars, flatfish, all kind of things. We can keep naming them. Well, you can say we can do the same things up here, but those would be categories of animals, not humans, not avians like birds. That's why we then create a bigger category called mammals, reptiles, amphibians. But these categories are just categories of differences of things you can temperance. And so notice, it seems a little convoluted. That's because we don't understand all the things that are hidden. There's unknown things. There's unaccounted for temperance's opportunities. There's things that you just don't know. Things that you just can't see. Thoughts that are popping up and you just don't get them because you don't have the emotional capacity to know yet. You're just not going to know a pot of whales is just a school of fish. That's it. I don't care if you're identifying the specifications of the differences, the thoughts behind it. Well, a whale or a blue whale is not a clownfish, and clownfishes, they're going to sit around different ecosystems with coral reefs and manatees and whatever. They're both groups. So this is how we're approaching ourselves now. This is how we're reapproaching the situations of the past. New obstacles in the future. We're taking the time to account for the darkness, the unknown side, and that just comes from not being able to shift, change positions, not being able to go from sword to sword, sword to sword, or water to earth, water to earth. Notice there's no fire in this. The only fire is coming from these 5 cards. These are the obstacles. So your light or your energy or your spark comes from outside of you. Other words, your parents. You can make a body, Frankenstein a body all together. Sorry. You can Frankenstein a body together, but somebody got to pull the switch on the outside. That is your parents. So that is, but your parents got parents. Then your parents' parents got parents. And your parents' parents' parents got parents. And parents to infinity. So at some point in time, we just got to accept the fact, again, that we won't know beyond the murky surface of the water. So we appreciate the fire that has been shared to help us see as deep as we can. The 14.8 billion years of universal space that we can see, that is the murkiness of the waters that we're treading within. And that spark of life is what we can view. And that viewing of this universe are universal waters, that difference that we have within this space called time, we can see the light. And because you got a history of life lived, you can always combat anything because you got an army of universal light within you. So move, temper yourself. Fishes have to swim, meaning all kinds of fishes, whales, eels, crabs, flatfish, manatees, seals, seahorses. They gotta move. Birds, humans, everything else on land, we can stop and slow down for a little bit. We can pause. But we want to temper. We want to be in motion. It'll help us stay in balance with the things that we don't know. All right. Lots of information, man. And I hope if you are here for the first time, I think we got, 60 subscribers? Woo! It's so excited because I remember when it was zero, and that was, in the summer, and it's the winter time. And I love the fact that 60 people here, and I've been looking and understanding the analytics, been playing ball a little bit differently. I love analytics, but I just don't like I have this separation, okay, between my love for analytics and the work it takes to do my own. I'll analyze other shit, excuse me. I'll analyze other things, which is why on my other channel, Mr. New Yaps, I yap about life. College football now, but that's going to switch to like other stuff as the seasons change. And that's the key. So, because I have an understanding of my feelings behind what I know I like mentally as a huge disconnect, this is not cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the same thing when you have all the evidence of one thing and you can see the truth, but you got, like, let's say your long-standing habitual opinion, so you just believe what your mama told you when you were 6 instead of all the information you learned in between as a 26-year-old person now. You got 20 years of life in there. But you value that 6-year-old piece of information so much that you would disregard 20 years of information because you feel good about it. That is the energy that I've been trying to change with myself. So I got a plan to just put out content so I can see the analytics, which it came from understanding that I have more time to do it. So if I just give myself the time to do it, then I can give myself time to do other things. If I give myself space to know it, then I can know other things. I can come to understanding of the hidden, the things underneath the water. Now I can make decisions about the things in the water. A lot of people don't talk about this, so if you knew, again, I like to go deep with these things. I like to help the music help me bring out the frequencies within me that'll express the cards in the best way for you. And guess what? It'll help me do exactly what I'm showing you. Soul inspiration. This soul inspiration is seen by having the flowing river in the background, but she is just sitting in a chair by the river. The water is flowing, doing its own thing in a constant rate. But I have these two thoughts in my hand, these Excaliburs, these Ace of Swords. And I can cut through anything. But what am I going to do? I'm sitting here, I'm blindfolding myself in a chair, just in a room. Or in a space, just in this piece of time, this figment of our imagination. Looking at the swords, I'm making a decision, but guess what? Where's the movement? How are you tempering yourself? What is the difference? You're not immersing yourself within the unknowns. You're not immersing yourself within the unknowns. So, the reason why a lot of people go from needing to make a decision to not being able to make a decision is because they don't use their emotions to help them. But the idea is, now we know. Doesn't matter if it's new, if it's old, if it's a full, or if it's a not even seen kind of moon. Doesn't matter the emotional stage. Many people making decisions use a head over heart decision. But you are entering a time frame to where you know that all my life I felt like I should do this, and then I did certain things. That is you not understanding the opposition. Yes, I got my sword in my right and I got my both edges. Yes, I got my sword on the left and I got both edges. We can't see the far side of the moon. We can't see the far side of the edge. I can't see all of the depths of this ocean. I can't see into the dark. The light doesn't penetrate. But I know I know that there's further, and I know things exist, and we have knowledge because we got glimpses of that dark, deep water. We penetrated the darkness in our past, and we've integrated that darkness within ourselves at a current. So the motion or the current is what keeps us from this eight. All the changes of what could be. We just know that it is. We don't even care. We understand that there's life at the bottom of the ocean. But it might be kind of hard to grasp the idea of maybe human life at the bottom of the ocean. But we know that there's life. So if I can temper that thought and just say, I can accept any of y'all, any thought. Why? Because I'm letting my emotions enter this thought process. Unlike this two over here, I'm outside of the water. So our goal, our overall energy is to temper the water to make it easier to sit with all kinds of thoughts. What emotions do you bring to help you understand what you've done in the past and what you don't know you need to do in the future? How can you trust in your intuitions if you're worried and thinking about the things that pull you away from your intuition? Blind yourself to those things that surround you, these opportunistic thoughts, these opinions of others. Immerse yourself within a small bit of emotional outlets that are left. They're here talking to you. Obviously, they care. So if they care enough to know, then they should care that I don't even know how I'm going to react based upon my feelings. So I'm going to hold myself back. But let's see what the outcome will be after we understand this heartbreak. Let's see what the outcome would be after we pierce their hearts too. They're in this emotional mood called emotionalists. And if they don't want to add emotion, well, I can be the last slice. But my slice is coming with some rainwater. My slice is coming with some emotional sting to it. My slice is coming with some emotional depth that you've never seen the light of. My thoughts are coming with me. So let's see what the outcome is if they get a dose of who you truly are and truly are. This song is called Thug Life too, by the way. Thug Life by New Paul Productions. Thug Life, hard aggressive violin, hip hop rap beat instrumental. Got 311,000 views, posted 7 years ago. Had to tell you that so you can understand this energy, man. You got to be that demon. You got to be that thug. You got to be that beast. You got to be that devil. You got to allow for that side to just be, because that's the unknown between the murky waters. But the Most High Creator knows that. That's why we fear it. That's why you have fear in God, because you don't know what's on the other side of this light, this protection, this thing that helps you see. Outside of your lamp space is nothing but darkness. It's evil to me. It's all of these thoughts of others. So I gotta stay emoted within the temperance of the things that gives me light from within. I gotta be able to see that part of me. I gotta be able to temper that energy from within. I gotta see my own light. You are the light. Use it to your advantage. All right, what's our outcome? What's our outcome from us understanding this? Bro, there's nothing more to say. Bro, there's nothing more to say. Justice is here, and guess what? Action comes from the outside in, like I told you, your parents. So this reading is here for you to help you understand that you got the justice. You have the ability to balance those scales. You have the ability to take in anything and receive. That is the reception. That's feminine energy. Feminine energy twice. So that's masculine energy versus feminine energy on the feminine side, which is more over here versus less. If you are less, you have to submit. And that happens everywhere. That's energy. Big man wins. Low man wins. Those kind of concepts. But guess what? I'm going to need you to rethink something. I'm going to need you to rethink the idea of just being a masculine or a feminine receiving, talking about dominating, talking about submitting. And I'm going to need you to come on over here and understand that you can bring action. You can make things shake. You can cut things down. And you're doing it in a way that you understand. It's going to be balanced for everybody, no matter what you put in this hand. I can cut something off. So if this is not balanced, we'll cut you down into size. We'll divide you up. We'll create separation. We'll bring justice to the scene. And this justice is made through action. So take actions on your emotions, because your emotions are going to tell you how to think. So this is what I want you to rethink about. Soul inspiration uses music. And I'm going to show you how it's going to help me take action right now. Because I'm feeling kind of nice. I'm feeling kind of good. Feeling like I would, but I don't know why I feel so good up on this beat when I flow it. Feel so good up on these cards when I show it. Got my hand trying to show you this energy that I bring. I don't know the words I'm bringing to you. I just be letting it flow. It's coming freely. Energetic. See, my body is balanced within me. Yes, I got the energy, it's coming temperance. I got the energy. No, I can't penetrate this energy that's be deeper in me. This beat is making me see. So I'ma speak the scenery so you can understand the energy that be held in my hand that's given to you now. Expressing what I can upon this right now. Then you can rethink. Add the thoughts to the beat with the giggles, the emotions that I'll be making you wiggle. I know you got the tremble, you can feel it in your toesies. Down to your bones, making you quake, you know me. It's Mr. Renew. I'm doing things to make you rethink about all the previous moves, all the use that you used to do, and how you used to take, and what you used to use and what you make. How you do it, you just move it to the two. You bringing left and right, got the world up in your groove. Your claws up in your hands, but you take a look behind. A whole new world is what you bringing, that's divine. Damn it, I just bring it like I can, I don't make it up. But I flow it in my mouth, so I flow it out your brain in my hand as I bring what I say. Got the damn coming through, is this nigga Diddy? No. Nah, man, I'm just telling you the truth. It goes from your brain into my mouth, but that doesn't mean your mouth will express these things. That doesn't mean that you have the energy or the drive to let your mouth say what you don't even know. Some people call this no filter, but that's an emotional thing. You now have a new filter, and it brings an emotional thing. And with that being said, go try this place in some new spaces. And I'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Renew, and I'm out. Peace.